Okay guys, it's Angie Bell. I'm back again with part 3. I told you guys this is pretty lengthy, so it's going to take me, I don't know. Hopefully we don't have to go into a 4th edition, but we may. Okay, anyway, so we left up here. I had showed you, in that last film it wasn't showing the top of, this is that pocket that I was taking out what I called the pretties. Okay, I told you guys how I made those. Let me just show you how I made all those little pretties. And they're not useful, whatever, but they are just there to make your album look beautiful. Because they're so pretty, why would you want to put photos on them? You wouldn't. And then, because they're embossed, you can't write on them. So they're useless. But they're not useless because they're just in your album to add some prettiness to it. So anyway, again here, you can put photos. Made some photo mats there. Okay, this flipped, like I showed you last time, this flipped up here, and we went through that, and it flips down, okay? And then, this is, again, one of those women, I steampunked it out. I colored everything with my Copics, Tim Holtz, little wings. I hand drew the hats, and I'm going to come a little closer so you guys can see. There we go. And I drew those steampunk hats and cut them out. If I could get that to stop moving forward. Okay, and then these, I think I did 2 or 3 of them. 3 of them. I cut out 3 different Tim Holtz clocks in the background, and then I used how did I do these? I embossed them with the embossing glitter. Okay, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else on that. And that's that. Okay, so then we take that, and I love this whole little collage I did back there. And that's all glued together. Nothing comes off of that. Okay, so this goes up, these go back, and these go back. I love the interaction. All this interaction. I think it's just great. I'm trying to think of her name. Kathy Orta. I was watching her while I was making this, and this is why you're going to see as we go along in my project, I get more interaction like this going because I was watching Kathy Orta while I was creating this mini book, which is why this project got so extended, because I kept learning all these things from Kathy Orta, and you guys have to look her up. I'll try to put a link below. I kept learning so much, I wanted to include it in this mini book, so I did, and it made my project just go forever. But I learned a lot. Okay, next thing. You have, okay, this is where the magnets finally came after I found the magnets. These are all magnetized to keep this all together. See this? So when you go back to all this, listen to that. Isn't that cool? And it stays. Love. I'm obsessed with the magnets. Okay, so these are 3 different pockets that I put in. There's a tag. Remember I told you this whole thing is about vintage clocks, or clocks that women would have in their rooms or their boudoirs. Okay, this goes back in. Oh, forget it. We won't put that back in. Okay, the next pocket, this one, has more tags. Kind of share these. This is just a little tag I had off of something. Really has no significance. I just like the way it looked. This is another tag with some really vintage clocks and some more pretties just to put in there. Okay, and then let's see about these tags. More pretties. More pretty tags. More pretties. No purpose, but just to be pretty in there. And then another vintage clock. Aren't these fabulous? I could just see these on a boudoir or in a woman's room in the 1800s. And we'll leave those there. And again, all this shuts and clicks. Love. Okay, but we'll open that back up because I got more to show you inside here. So this all opens up to that. I have a pocket here, and inside the pocket, and then I matted it with some pretty cool paper. There's that cheetah again, and these are like locks. Isn't that some cool paper? And then I have a vintage envelope here. I'm going to put this book down because I want to show you this. What did I do? Oh, okay. No, I thought it was something else. Anyway, this is just a library card I kind of made look vintage. I put a little pretty in there. Okay, and I really like that embossing folder. That's the Tim Holtz embossing folder, and it's all clock. Isn't that cool? Clocks and clock gears. Or is it all clocks? Just clocks. And then I just handmade some more tags. Okay, and took a Tim Holtz, like half of one of his clocks, die-cut clocks, and did that, and then I stamped it. Okay, made my own. Let's put all that back in. As you guys can see, the theme of this little mini purse is all about clocks and timepieces for women. Okay. And then there's another pocket right here on the side. That's what this is here. And I have some photo mats there. So here's a photo mat that I, so you can see it. Tim Holtz used the embossing folder again. This is gears. Okay. And then I did some embossing powder on it. Then another tag I made, or another photo mat. So they can both be photo mats, both of these. I think they're pretty cool. But you guys can, believe it or not, journal on the back. Even though they're black, get a white pen or a silver pen, and that will look fabulous. I'm going to really start doing that more, using black, and then journal in silver with it. I think that will look really cool. Okay, so this goes back in. This goes back up. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and to keep this held, I had a paper clip, one of my rustic paper clips. Which, you know what, I have a few more here. In fact, I'll show you guys these. I just learned this from, God, I can't think of her name. My brain's just going today. Anyway, I might think of her name. She tells you how to make these paper clips. You just put buttons on the top and you glue them on with glue gun or your, what is this stuff? Glassy Accents. Glassy Accents is actually better. So anyway, I just want to be able to hold all of this together, because that's what I did before. See, this is pre-magnets. I still like to use the buttons sometimes, though. Let me just put a little thing here. I still like to use, not magnets, I still like to use the paper clips, just for the vintage feel of it. Okay, so now I'm not going to have, see, now I just use those cool paper clips there and there with the buttons, so I won't have to worry about that no more. Okay. Bring that up a little bit so it doesn't interrupt. Okay, again, on the back, now we have these mats here. On the back, another photo mat. And I used some of my pieces from my shop. These little metal pieces, really cool. Okay, again here, I have, this is not a pocket. It looks like a pocket. Let me remove some of this stuff. Let me remove the paper clips. Okay, and it's a postcard here, which I thought was cool. It could be a photo mat, and it's an interaction. And then I matted the back, so you can put a picture there. But what's holding on there is, and what's holding it back is this envelope again. And this is a Kathy Orta thing again. A lot of this is how I did this. She always takes these envelopes, and she just, inside of this part here, let me see if I can get rid of that stuff. Inside here, she starts putting just a bunch of just layers of tags. See, of just cool stuff, just layering stuff. But this all relates to timepieces. These are those little women's pocket watches. Okay, so again, so put that back. Let's put the paper clips back so all that holds in nicely. Okay, maybe one more paper clip, I think. I kind of like that whole idea, and that keeps everything nice and neat. But on the back, take this paper clip off. I have a photo mat here, one of those type of little filigree pieces from my Etsy store. And then this opens up. So let me see if you can see that. See how that opens up? So again, photo mat, photo mat. So I think that's pretty. It's like a half a mat here and then a full mat there. I think that's pretty cool. Again, I have one of those little paper clips I made look vintagey with the Tim Holtz alcohol inks. Now, oh, you know what? One of these is taken off here. So again, oops, technical difficulties. Again, see this piece here? This is behind here, and it gets attached to this. And I learned that from Kathy Orta, and I love that. So that's how that, it's an interactive piece that actually comes out of your whole thing. So see, now it's back in there again. And I mixed, again, cheetah print with something that's steampunk, which I think is cool. Okay, another mat, another photo mat, and I used one of those pieces from my shop. These you guys have to check out in the Etsy shop. Aren't they cool, you guys, using your mini books? This is a Tim Holtz little, I don't know, little door thing, which I thought looked cool. I think the other half is on the other side, yeah. Okay, so now, this right here, let me see if I can scoot back. This flips up. and it's a photo mat. Let me bring it down so you can see. As you can see, that's a photo mat. Okay, let me bring my book back up. And underneath that, I made another pocket. Is this a pocket? Yeah, I made another pocket. And actually, my pocket's coming off. Oh, you guys. That's why I thought it flipped down. That didn't flip down. That's a pocket. Okay, tape's back on. Crazy. I'll have to glue that back in. Okay, anyway. These are some mats that I made. Or some mats or tags. So there's, again, the women's pocket watch. You can go ahead and journal on the back. More women's pocket watches. Journal on the back. Or put pictures on the back. Whichever. Again, I'm going to put this down now so you guys can see. Again, another thing Kathy Orta does, like I said, she just takes envelopes, and where the flap is, she just layers a bunch of goodies in there. So I layered a bunch of goodies. A tag I made with a script. More of those, like, kind of vintagey lady clocks. And then just a cool card. Some cards I got at Michael's. It can even be a photo mat. You can throw a few pictures in there if you wanted. Okay? And so all these goodies go back like this. Okay, and I also distressed this envelope. Isn't that cool? It looks all old. I love it. You know, I Tim Holtzed it, like everything else I do. And then put it back in the pocket. Okay, and then this flap goes back over. I love all this interaction that I learned from Kathy Orta. Fabulous! Thank you, Kathy. Okay, last thing on this is I did a pocket out of this kind of a really cool velvety fabric, but it's paper. Some real vintagey looking lace that I got from my stash and pearl trim. And then more, I did big pretties here, you guys. These are fabulous. Big pretties. Love! You guys have got to do these. These are so fun. Okay, now this is one thing I got off of online, and you could actually download it for free offline. Look, you guys, I did one of those, I got one of these hats. Like steampunky looking hats. Isn't that cool? And then this metal piece right here is from my shop. And so is the little clock in the middle. I'll show you up close. Sorry about that. Isn't that cool? Now, on the back, I went ahead and distressed it so you can do some journaling on the back. I am obsessed with these. You're going to see these in a lot of projects. I think these are so cool. Okay, so that is that. Put all that back in there. And go back and fix my pocket, which I can't believe that happened. Alright, so I know where these tags are going. Let me just throw these back in here so I can put them back in when I have time. Okay, so what I want to show you guys is this was, let me put this back in. This is what the project looked like when I put all of these little mini purses back into the big purse. Okay, just one second, I'm just putting it back together quickly. Okay, let me show you. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that cool, you guys? I am so excited about this project. And there's all the goodies in there that I showed you guys. And there's the back where I just really layered it in the back, overdoing it like always with the, you know, the flowers. I went through this all already, but I just wanted to show you that so you guys can get the full effect of how this whole thing. So I put all those mini purses back into the big purse. And I think it turned out great. I love it. Now, I'm going to show you, I only got a few more minutes. I'm going to quickly show you, and there'll be one more part to this whole video series. I can't believe it's so big. Okay, this is the makeup bag. And let me show you how you can see that it's a makeup bag. Below this flower that I over-decorated everything, see that's a, let me come closer, that's like a flap. See, it's all sewn. It's a flap right there, like the purse had a flap. So that's, you can see it's a purse. And then I put like a little buckle there. I made the buckle out of a filigree piece and a butterfly from my shop. Okay? And then I'm going to turn it like this, like a book. And I just want to go through real quickly a few things. These are flowers, all shabby chic flowers that I made. These little pieces here are from, these are bronze like chips, token chips, that you can get here in Vegas, I guess. They're old ones, and they cut out the middles for some reason. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make a part 3 here. I'm going to go ahead and turn you off, or maybe part 4 or 5. Whatever it is. I'll see you guys in a minute.